Hi guys, this is another aircraft instrument. Today it's an engine pressure ratio indicator. This is the hidden plate. This was manufactured by Intercontinental Dynamics Corporation. Power supply is 26 volts AC. This was manufactured in 1983. The input seems to be an AC voltage. You have a synchro. In order to have an EPR of 1, the synchro should be at minus 84 degrees, and for an EPR of 3, the synchro should be plus 84 degrees. So we have a digital indication and also an analog indication with this needle. There is also an index here, which permits to set a limit. There is probably a relay, which is activated when this limit is achieved. On the rear of this instrument, we have a classic circular connector. So let's open this thing to see what is inside and if we can make it work. So first, it is similar to one of my previous instruments. The needle is actuated by a torquer. So this is the sine-cosine resolver here, which works at DC. So these are two power amplifiers. So this permits to drive the sine and cosine current of this torquer. So this is the DAC 08, so this is two 8-bit DAC. This permits to drive the power amplifier. So we have two 8-bit input here for the sine and cosine of the torquer. Okay, so we can see that we have two flat cables here. So probably one permits to drive each 8-bit bus of these DACs here. So one flat cable to drive these two DACs, and the second one permits to drive this BCD to segment drivers here. It is something similar to the previous instrument, except that in the previous instrument there was two EEPROMs on this area in order to convert the datas here into sine cosine signals for the DACs. This is maybe provided by two of these EEPROMs here. So let's see this digital board. So you can see effectively that we have one flat cable which is connected to these terminals, and these terminals seem connected to these EEPROMs. So probably these two EEPROMs are sine and cosine. In the middle there is the power supply. The power supply seems identical also to the instrument I was talking about a few minutes ago. I think that the other instrument was an RPM indication, N1 or N2, I don't remember, but it was on the same family, the same manufacturer, so probably some boards are common for several instruments. Probably the power supply is the same. So there isn't too many things actually on this instrument. It seems that everything is done using this hybrid circuit here. So this was manufactured by Natel Engineering Incorporated. The reference is HSD 1510-341. This is the dead code 8225. And this thing is socketed. So it is difficult because there is no analog treatment of this thing. It is impossible to see. It is possible to remove the cover, but it will not help. This is probably a ceramic substrate with some parts on this thing, but it will be difficult. It seems that there are two encoding data, one for the digital display and the second one for the sine-cosine synchro. So this is why you have two pairs of EEPROMs here. Probably there is a common input here, maybe in 8 bits. And these 8 bits, which comes from this module, are connected to the addresses of all EEPROMs. The difficulty will be to find the pinout of the connector here. So let's remove the top board here. It seems that this adjustment is just a mechanical display, just a bug to indicate a limit, because there is nothing mechanically or electrically connected to this knob. As you can see on the front panel, we just have these two wires for the lamp, for the lighting, but there is nothing else inside. There is no potentiometer, no switch, nothing. Okay, I will connect as usual an AC voltage at the input of the rectifying bridge here. So we have these two common anodes here, which would be connected to the negative side of the capacitor in order to provide a negative power supply voltage. So the input of the bridge should be these two terminals here, which are connected normally also to these diodes for the positive power supply. I have connected an AC power supply to the input of the bridge rectifier here. So I'm going to turn on the power supply. I am going to increase the power supply voltage. I think 10 volts is not enough. The voltage is 20 volts RMS. You can check the 5 volt power supply, for example. I will measure the power supply of this eProbe. I have 5 volts and 30 millivolts. That sounds good. So probably there is a problem one more time with this display. This is not very reliable. So now it is possible to find on the rear connector the AC power supply input. Okay, I have 20 volts here. So this should be the AC power supply input. Oh, I have 27 volts here. So probably the power supplies are these two terminals here. Okay, the power supply is turned off. I will check the DCR. So there is a resistance of 3 ohms or something like that. And this is open. Okay, so the power supply input is here. I have connected two wires to what I suppose to be the power supply input. So I'm going to turn on the power supply. Okay, so the voltage is 26 volts AC currently. As we can see, it seems that at least 2 segments are missing. In the middle digit here, we should have 1.82. So the second step will be to find the input signals. I have found on the rear connector 3 terminals, which permits to have something different when I apply an AC voltage. You can see. So probably these 3 inputs are the synchro inputs of this thing. So I will try to connect this thing to a synchro and let's see what will happen. Okay, I have connected this resolver. I'm going to turn on the power supply. Okay, you can see that this thing works. So you can see we have effectively something which is close to minus 90 degrees and plus 80 degrees in that direction. this thing works except the digit in the middle. I have changed the display, and you can see that this wire here actually was inserted between this bar and the PCB. You can see that there is a problem with the insulator. It is very difficult to place this wire outside this bar, you see, on the hole. Actually, there is no room for these wires. Okay, but this is very difficult. I have changed actually the display on the middle and also the display on the right, which was also defective after just a few minutes of use. And now, as you can see, this thing works perfectly. On this instrument, the measurement is located into this hybrid circuit. So this is a synchro to digital converter. I don't know what is inside. I don't want to open this can. Thanks for watching and see you next time. Bye bye.